Holy crap, this team sucks.
Oh.
The Fantastic Four is back. We got Jose, we got Jeff, we got Nick. I'm Tony. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. To me, if anything, the only positive is the team scored 27 points. They should have won the game. If you scored 27 points, you should win a game.
Offense did enough to win the game.
Barely enough they did enough to win the game.
Well, the offense put itself in the position that it was in.
In
the third quarter, Tua throws an interception. Before you know it, what is it, 24? Was it 27? It was 27-13, you know.
It's
or it's 26-13, right? You know.
Well, first off,
comes back and scores a touchdown, throws a touchdown pass with 46 seconds left to go to take the lead in the game. With 46 seconds,
you got to stop that.
The defense could stop them.
You got to stop that. You know,
I knew it was too much time. I just knew
it. When it's 46 seconds to go, you go, okay, the Chargers still have a chance here. It might come down to a last second play, bing, bang, boom. It was like the Dolphin defense is like, here, get in field goal position right away, and then run a couple of crap plays and kick a field goal so we can all go home.
Jalen Phillips has him in his hands, right? And he sheds them. And then it's like a 36, 42-yard play. One play. It's like one play,
I don't believe it. I feel like he could have had that sack. It looked like he leg
happened. It was right
there. And then sure enough, on the reception, the defensive back, safety, whatever he is, Trader, overplays it. Just makes a move and goes right by him for 40 yards. It was believable, honestly, if you're a Dolphins fan.
The other thing you could take away from this game is, once again, we know the Dolphins should have picked Herbert instead of Tua. Okay. Herbert.
He took some big shots in that game.
Yeah, and Herbert was able to move around. He was able to break that tackle.
Yeah.
Okay. He was able to make the plays when he had to. Okay. When Tua really had to, he didn't. He couldn't make the plays. If you take away Achane, this team sucks. The offense sucks too.
Achane did.
Yeah. Tua
with that 2 touchdowns, 100 yards on the ground, over 100 yards on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, the touchdown pass.
The offense did enough to win this game. It did enough
on
the defense.
Yeah.
We didn't possess the ball long.
Yeah.
We lose the time of possession every week, every single week. Yep. The only time we won time of possession was against the Jets when we won the game. We need to control the ball.
But to me, the biggest news out of the game was at the post-game news conference. Tua, the captain, threw the team under the bus.
Right under the bus.
Okay. I can understand names. I can understand being upset, but you're the freaking captain of the team. You're the quarterback and the captain. You got a C on your jersey. That's supposed to be in the meetings. That's supposed to be, guys, get your what together. All right. And he didn't do that. He was out there bitching to reporters. All right. Now, if you're a player and you got a problem, are you going to talk to Tua now? Why? He's going to tell the reporter? No. I mean, it's that was
not good.
Not good. I did not like that, and it literally threw the team under the bus.
Well, the team needed to be thrown under the bus.
I want names,
frankly.
The coach has to do that, Coach has to drag them. That's why he's there. He's there to play the antagonist, right? He's the.
Well, what Tua was talking about was there were players that missed team meetings that were player-only meetings, and these aren't the disgruntled player team-only meetings. These are meetings that the players had set up that were positional teammates. In other words, if you're running backs or wide receivers or whatever the position is, that after the regular meetings with the coaches and everything, you guys are going to get together and you're going to talk about the play calls. You're going to talk about your responsibilities. You're going to talk about these things. These aren't disgruntled player meetings, player only meetings. These are meetings that the players themselves that said they wanted to do. And I think they even said like a week or two ago, the players had asked the coaches to come into the players only meetings so they could give their input. And so that's the kind of commitment that Tua expected from these players that they weren't giving. So yeah, he called them out.
But they're not mandatory, so I don't understand.
No, they're
the
not.
problem.
They're not mandatory, but I mean? you're a 1-4 team.
I hear. I understand that.
You come to these meetings so you can get better, so you can win some games.
I agree.
To be on a 1-4 team and decide you're going to miss a meeting, come on. You need to. The guys that miss those meetings need to be cut from the team, not Tua for calling them out.
I don't care if he calls them out or not, but they're not mandatory. These guys weren't showing up to mandatory stuff on time. Last year, probably this year too, and all they did was get fined. Maybe those guys should have been cut, and we wouldn't be in this situation. If it's not mandatory, why should I have to show up? And then why am I getting called out for it? And are they guys that aren't executing?
The meetings were agreed upon by the players. It wasn't, the players made it mandatory on themselves. It's not a team mandatory meeting. It's your teammates mandatory meeting. In other words, your teammate looks you in the eye and says, "You coming to the meeting? You're coming to the meeting." You want to go against that, then that's up to you. You have to be in the trenches with these guys. You want to have players that you'll be in a foxhole with in the middle of a war, not some guy that's going to, wants to go to dinner at Joe Stonecrab and miss the meeting,
So we're 1-4, right, coming into it. And you hear Tua with all his nonsense talking on these press conferences. Are you showing up to this non-mandatory meeting? I'm not. Tua has lost me. McDaniel has lost me. Grier has lost me. Stephen Ross has lost me. I'm not showing up.
Even if you have that attitude.
You didn't show up for the game either, right?
I did not show up.
You didn't show up for the meeting or the game.
If you're not showing up to the meetings, first off, that shows you have really bad decision making. Because even if you're like want to phone in the rest of the season, you don't want to get hurt, you just want to play in. You don't think the general managers and players talk and coaches talk among themselves? And if you're one playing for the Dolphins and you go, I don't want to play the Dolphins next year, I want to go to another team. You don't think they're going to be saying, "Oh, don't sign this guy or sign him less because he doesn't want to show up and he doesn't want to play." It's a small community. Okay. When at the beginning of the season, when we were talking about trading Tyreek Hill, nobody was knocking down the Dolphins' door because they knew, most teams knew it's not worth it. He's a headache. He's problematic. Okay. There's a reason why Colin Kaepernick, who was a Super Bowl quarterback, who took his team to the Super Bowl, almost won the Super Bowl. There's a reason why the year after that, after a year, he couldn't get a job in the NFL because he was too much trouble to the team. Now, this team is bring back the dumpster fire background. It's in disarray.
Saw this one online.
Here's a question for you guys. I was thinking about the other day. Most of us are older. Jeff and me, we go way back, Dolphin fans, back to the 17-0 days, stuff like that. Is this the worst Dolphin team ever?
No.
Man, it's close.
No.
We're off to a good start. I mean, it's right there. I mean, we've only had one other 1-15 team, so
the Cameron years.
Yeah, we're on
Cameron year.
Yeah,
I think
that's right.
That was the worst team.
No, I think they could take this team.
We're on pace, man. We're on pace.
I think they could. I would say they are, because at least the Cameron team, they looked like they were getting better. This team looks like it's getting worse.
That 1-15 team played hard. And they made tackles. Saying we don't tackle anymore.
And Vegas usually gets it right. And next week the Dolphins play the Browns, which is a crappy team also, and the Browns are favored
at home. Well, they're taking the home team, right? They're taking the home team. They probably got them even. Give it to the home team.
Yeah.
I can honestly see. I can even picture in my head the quarterback, the other quarterback now for the Browns, whatever his name is,
Bernie Kosar.
He gets hurt, and Shedeur Sanders comes in and leads him and he scores 30 points against the Dolphins. I can see it. I can see it.
It can happen. It can happen. We don't have any film on him.
I'm calling it now. Jerry Jeudy, big game.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't
know. This defense is like a screen door on a submarine, man. They ain't stopping nothing.
This is like, all right. Achane was good. The rest of the team, who else did well?
I don't know what to say.
Waller did. Waller is a baller, that's for sure.
Yeah.
How many passes did he catch yesterday?
He had a solid 12 yards.
Solid 12 yards.
And a touchdown. A nice touchdown catch. Solid 12 yards.
Listen, you know what? Touchdown pass with less than a minute to go to put the Dolphins in the lead to win the game. Tua 100%. Did his job. He threw a couple. There are two of those interceptions that he threw were not on him. One of the interceptions, but the other two are not on him.
There are a couple of passes that should have been interceptions.
All right, so the first one wasn't on him. What was the other one that was not on him?
The last one was 5 seconds to go because
that was totally on him. That was totally on him.
That was totally on him.
He threw a check down.
That was totally on him.
And the receiver didn't fight for the ball just like the first reception. The receiver just stood there and let the defender take the ball away from him. The ball was in the guy's hand, and the defender stepped in and took it away from him. I don't blame that on Tua. I blame that on the receiver not fighting for the football that was clearly thrown, hit him right in the numbers.
He said, "Why did you throw
let the defender take it away from him?
Why did you throw a check down with 5 seconds left?"
Well, they were going for the hook and lateral, Miami Miracle kind of thing.
Okay, Jeff, let's put it this way.
You would have to throw it across the field to get it to anyone.
This coming draft is going to be really heavy with quarterbacks. They say it's going to be one of the best quarterbacks years in decades since the Marino Elway year in '84, I believe it was. Okay. The Dolphins don't win another game. They get the number 1 pick in the draft. Do they draft a quarterback number 1 or don't they? Or they stick with Tua?
It depends on who the general manager is, I guess.
You're the general manager. You're the general manager.
I'm the general manager. Yeah, I'm taking the number 1 quarterback for sure.
Then you're not then screw Tua. If you would pick a rookie over your franchise quarterback, you don't have a franchise quarterback.
You're right.
I mean, it's Tua's contract, and it's more than just we got to replace Tua. There's more to it than that. Grier's not going to want to replace Tua because he's the one that gave him the contract. The new GM comes in and he says Tua's not my guy, And what's his trade value? He has no trade value. He's got a super high contract. It's super complicated, but I still, as a new general manager, I'm still going to go. If there's a premier future Hall of Famer, quarterback that's sitting there number 1, you're going to take him, and then you put it in the competition. Then if he can beat Tua out, the experienced guy, then you'll start a rookie.
So then Tua is David Woodley.
David Woodley took the Dolphins to the Super Bowl. Strength, yeah.
David Woodley took the Dolphins to the Super Bowl, and what did they do? They drafted Dan Marino because they knew Woodley was not going to take it to the promised land.
So he's not even Woodley.
Then again, neither did Marino. So,
but they didn't. David Woodley didn't have a contract that was higher than half of the team.
Yeah,
that's true. You see what I'm saying? David Woodley didn't have that contract. That might have been a different story in that situation.
Who is Tua's agent? Because man,
nobody. He fired him.
Oh man, I know he's doesn't have one now, but man, who was he?
What does he need an agent for?
He got
I need to go him to go.
I think Tua did pretty good for himself with that contract.
He can
retire tomorrow and never have to work another day in his life or his family.
Yeah, the agent who negotiated that is amazing because he didn't deserve not one penny of that damn contract.
It is Chris Grier.
And especially guaranteed money. That's what really messes us up, right? Is there is guaranteed money on the table. It's going to count against the salary cap every year for what seems like forever. Right. And the older you get, the worse it becomes, as far as the mistakes that they're making. So Chris Grier's got to go. We got to bring somebody in now so he can do all the trades that he wants to do and cut all the people that he wants to cut and go into the draft with a little bit of ammunition. Because when are you going to do it? You're going to do it at the end of the year? We've seen that play out. Right. Yeah. You're going to let Grier do all the cuts. You're going to let Grier, do all that. No, I would right now. I'd be running this team by committee. I can make the final decision as Ross, as far as talent is concerned or any contracts is concerned. And I'd be searching for the best GM that I can find, bringing him in, talking to him, laying down the vision until we finally get someone, and then let him take it over.
Well,
I don't know what we're waiting for.
Now's the time because
that's a good idea. But
when are we gonna do it?
This is what's probably going to happen. Okay, Grier is going to get a promotion to become a vice president, and he'll have some office role, and then he'll handpick the next GM either from within house or somebody that he's close with around the league. This is the most probable thing that's going to happen. It's not what I want to happen, but this is what I think will happen: is that Chris Grier will become a vice president of operations, football operations, something like that, and then we'll bring in another GM under him. But that's the most likely scenario.
So Grier is going to be the Lord of lofty titles.
We need to put him on the SS sinking Dolphins.
I don't think so.
Well, until that lawsuit's settled.
I don't think so.
Holy crap! I'm looking at Tua's contract. God, Grier, what was he thinking?
What?
Seriously, a guy who's had multiple concussions, who's like,
and now he
a
just
hard sneeze from being.
I had no choice.
Not the NFL.
Double down.
And the worst part is if you cut him,
100.
He can go up to the podium and say anything he wants. It's his team. If you want to bring somebody else on the team, you're going to have to talk to him, right? Maybe he can make a little room in his contract, right? So we can bring in a tight end or something like that. So he controls the whole thing right now, and he can say whatever he wants to whoever he wants, how he wants, right? He can out everybody, whatever he wants to do because he's Tua and he's got the contract, he's got all the money, he's got all the control. That's what happens when you put all that contract with all that guaranteed money behind one player.
Yeah.
That's exactly
it's sort of like the Tyreek Hill contract, and from what I understand, Tyreek's been advised by his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, to come back in and renegotiate his contract because he realizes that he's coming back from an injury. He's 33 years old or something. He's definitely on the downside of his career. And if he wants to keep playing football, he should come back in and renegotiate a contract that's more team friendly. And the same should be said with Tua. You know, he's got a 1-16, you know, or whatever it is, 1-5, 1-6. And so, you know, you need to renegotiate your contract because you're not living up to your end of the deal. He's, you know, like you're saying, he didn't throw an interception in the last game, but he threw 3 interceptions in this game, which, you know, a couple of them weren't his fault, but they're still interceptions, and it puts the team in a bad position. It puts a defense that already sucks in a bad position that they can't be in.
If I was Tua's agent, I go, man, you're guaranteed to 2028, which is probably about the time most NFL quarterbacks are thinking about retirement anyway. Why would you restructure? Why would you take a pay cut? You're probably going to play after that. If some idiot wants to pay you after 2028, who cares? But I mean, he's got 167 million guaranteed. 167 million guaranteed. And it's a rolling structure. He gets it, and there's no concussion clause in the contract. He can sneeze, give himself a concussion, never play it down again, and he's still going to get that money.
Right.
Why would he restructure?
Tyreek Hill, on the other hand, does not have any more guaranteed money. That's why they want to renegotiate.
He fired that agent for not getting him enough money.
I don't think Tyreek Hill's ever going to play it down again in the NFL.
He will.
I don't think that Neil let him.
He's not going to be, you know, he's going to have lost 3 or 4 steps. I mean, not even 1 step. He's going to lose steps.
If he loses steps, what good is he? Field. He's not a good route runner. He's not tall. If he loses all he had was his speed. If he loses a few steps, he's useless out there.
How do you come back from that?
You know, he's not going to come back.
Hey, if he comes back from that,
he'll get a $10 million guaranteed.
Yeah, some people probably sign him.
I mean, yeah.
He's got to pay off all those baby mamas. Last I heard it was, and the lawsuit's getting ugly for him too. So, but guys, I gotta say it. This is getting kind of repetitive, though.
Yeah.
It just goes. It's a deeper problem. It's more than just this team.
There's no excitement. There's no spark. Yeah, they scored 27 points, but it wasn't really, except for Achane's run. There was really nothing there. Nothing go, wow, look at that. Wow, look at that. You know, it was kind of methodical, you know. Methodical, you know.
Yeah.
Half the guys on the defensive secondary, I've never seen them before. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, who is this guy? Who's number 11? Who is that guy?
And the Chargers aren't that good of a team. You know, they might make the playoffs, but they're not. You know, they're not the Bills. They're not whoever's number 1 now. I mean, they're not the Eagles or anything like that.
So let me ask you, Tony.
Okay.
Who is the number 1 projected quarterback coming out in the draft this year, coming out of college?
There was a guy. God, I forgot his name now. I looked at it last week. It changes every week. You know, there are a lot of guys out there. Supposedly, every time I hear they say this is going to be one of they think they're good 5 or 6 quarterbacks going to go in the first round. All right. I think it was a quarterback from Penn State was good, but he's out. He got hurt. Yeah. The guy for the Canes, he's good, but I don't see him as a number 1 pick.
The number 1 rated right now is C.J. Carr from Notre Dame.
Fighting Irish.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 210 pounds.
What kind of arm?
He's a pocket passer. He's number 2 passer on the ESPN 300.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
And
then there's Julian Sayin from the Ohio State Buckeyes.
I heard of him.
Right, he's got 13 touchdowns, 80% completion rate right now, and where he came from, he had an 85%.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would like to see somebody who can actually go deep. That would be nice to see.
Yeah.
I mean,
be nice to see more than 205 pass yards.
Yeah.
Without an offense and defensive line, they become very average.
Yeah.
They did fine.
Even then, I mean, you should be able to move the pocket once or twice during the game.
Never going to be perfect.
You know, and then, and get it down there. I mean, you got to be a little creative. I mean,
you got to know.
You should be able to throw the ball now. Even with a bad offensive line. I mean,
and the NFL is different from when we were kids where you wanted a pocket pass or like Marino wouldn't survive in the NFL today. Okay, they'd kill him.
He might get the ball out quick.
Well, with that quick release.
Yeah, that quick release, but still.
And bang. You know, touchdown. Bang.
The rushers are a lot faster now and they get to the quarterback quicker. You got to be able to run. You look at all the teams that win, that quarterback's able to put the ball on the ground and move with the ball sometimes
and take a hit.
Yeah, and you do not every time you see two or even think about running, you hold your breath.
You saw him slide. He had so much open field. I thought he was going to keep going. I got scared. I wanted to go back and watch that play. I was so confused.
Yeah.
Guy coming in from the left, he had the whole sideline himself.
I don't know, guys. This is
stiff arm.
Yeah, the fact that we're already talking about the draft and who's
the word is that Jeff's cutting it out.
The
word is that Ross wants to keep McDaniels at least to the end of the season. That he likes McDaniels. I'm not an anti-McDaniels guy. I don't know if he is the right guy, but I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming.
Let's talk about him for a second.
To me, it's all on Grier.
Yeah. Look, I don't. McDaniel is a good offensive coordinator. I was chatting back and forth with some of my cousins, and they were like, you know what? At the end of the day, he took advantage of some loopholes early when he was with the Miami Dolphins, right? Then they closed that little loophole, and he's been having motion. He's been having false starts. He's been having all these that nobody they're missing to get set, right? And at the end of the day, they kind of took his little mojo that he had at the very beginning. He hasn't been able to adjust. Look, he's a decent offensive coordinator, but he lacks head coaching skills, and he can't be a head coach. It's going to be a long time before he's head coach material. If he wants to be an offensive coordinator somewhere, right, and take a chance with McDaniel, then
he'll get an offensive coordinator job easy.
Yeah,
he won't be out of work.
Yeah. He's not going to be out of work, but
my thing is, a head coach. I don't. You can dig up Bill Walsh and make him quarterback, head coach and stuff. They're not going to win with those players.
No,
they're not going to win. I can't. It's hard to blame McDaniels.
Yeah. That's why I said
now
bring the guy in. Whoever, let's do it now. Cut it. 1-5. This team ain't going any further.
To me, it's like until they get this team is never going to be good until they get rid of Grier. Sorry,
leave McDaniel there.
Yeah,
let him play the rest of the year. Bring in a new GM.
Even if you bring in a new GM, I would probably keep McDaniels till next year because you're rebuilding anyway. Yeah, at least have him there to rebuild an offense and everything. Yeah. Then when you're ready to pull the trigger, bring somebody in or keep McDaniels as head coach and bring in some genius for defense. A good defensive coordinator guy and bring some players in, but it's going to be a while.
They don't like the McDaniels way. We brought in what's his name that the Eagles have now.
Yeah,
and you didn't like it.
Yeah, well,
the players were all over them.
He just lost to the Giants, though. I mean, Scattaboo and
got a Super Bowl on there, though.
It's the problem is Grier.
They got the 4-4-6 in the
plainly trap. Grier. Okay. There's anyway,
it goes even further than that. We've talked about it before. It goes all the way to the top. There's no philosophy. The tennis. We got tennis coming. F1 racing. Don't forget. Right.
Mark your calendars.
I saw the lines of the soccer field on the.
We had soccer.
Soccer. Yeah.
Argentina.
Well, we got the World Cup coming.
There you go.
We had some talent in the building.
Right. So don't worry. We got plenty of stuff coming, folks.
Yep. Mark your calendar. Get ready. Check your email. You're going to get that notice.
We got the Rolling Loud music festival.
That's right.
I thought Rolling Loud was canceled, wasn't it?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't
I
keep
heard
up
that was
with it.
canceled for some reason. And what else he got? Well, Taylor Swift back on tour?
Hey, who knows?
You got Jazz in the Garden.
We have Morgan Wallen. Who else is coming to town?
Oh, God.
Pitbull's 305 New Year's party. Maybe they can host that.
A lot of stuff going on there, you know?
Yeah, you got a decent tailgate going on out in the parking lot, too.
Hey, man, the tailgate's undefeated. I got to say that. We had a good tailgate.
We had a great time.
Oh, yeah.
And it started off nice and cool, right? You know, and we set up the fans right at the right time, and we got the setup. The setup is nice.
Oh, everybody's jealous.
Yeah, they see it. Even people
They're
walking
like,
by, they're
damn.
like, it's nice.
Why do we even go into the game? I don't know.
Why we don't just set up a couple of TVs and just do it?
3 more hours outside.
Let the audience give it away.
There's too many people in our tailgate right now.
Hey, I'm back.
We have too many people.
Yeah.
It's filled up.
Too many people.
Yeah.
All right, guys. The Cleveland Browns. Oh, God, that game's going to be terrible. Even if they win, it's probably going to be a crappy game. Predictions, Nick.
All right, we're going to give up a nice 190 rushing yards.
The defense is going to stiffen this week, huh?
Oh, yeah, we're tightening it up. We're going to rein it in 10 yards. We're going to stop 1 first down. Yeah.
So we're going to do better than this week.
I'm going to stick with we're going to win. I don't know how you lose to the Browns, but we might. I'm going to go 27-24.
Jeff.
Wait, did you say who was going to win?
Yeah.
He said Miami. He always says
Okay.
Miami. Yeah.
Miami.
Jeff, what do you got?
Miami.
I'm gonna go 24-21 Miami.
Jose?
Man, they got me last week.
You called it. You said there was going to be a game-winning field goal right in front of us, and it happened.
It really did.
It really did.
Wrong team.
I don't know, man. I hate to pick the Browns at home, right? You know, is that the money line? The money line is
Yeah, Vegas has got the Browns.
I'm going. Okay, look, 14-17 Miami.
I got Miami leading 21-17 with 3 minutes to go. And then the Browns bring a hot dog vendor out of the stands, throw a helmet on him, and the guy's going to bust over for an 80-yard run right up the middle to win the game for the Browns. 24-21. Seriously, the Chargers were using a third string running back who got 130 yards against us.
Man, don't even tell me that. I had no idea.
You've been told.
Fantasy.
It's not going to be a hot dog vendor. It's going to be a White Claw vendor.
It's going to be a male cheerleader that they bring in from the sidelines.
And for all those who play fantasy football, if you're struggling with running backs, just grab one that's playing the Dolphins. It doesn't matter which one. Just grab one if you can.
All right, guys. I'm Tony. We got Jose. We got Jeff. We got Nick. Oh, God help us. We're the Fintastic Four, and we're Dolphin fans. We need help.
Yeah.
See, like, subscribe, whatever. I don't care anymore. Whatever. If you're a masochist, you know what to do. See you next time.
I enjoy the pain.